In the gospel, Jesus tells the famous parable about sowing seeds, how seeds are scattered with some falling on good ground and others on bad ground. It's really a powerful and effective metaphor on a lot of levels. But it leaves us wondering, what can I do to ensure the seeds I sow in my life are fruitful? Well, there is a single word answer that Jesus gives us in the gospel that answers that question. But before I point that word out, allow me to tell a story that I think illustrates Jesus' message effectively. When I moved to Maryland 15 years ago, I wanted to repeat the orchard that I had back in California, but with East Coast crops. For the trees that I had, apricots, plums, various citrus, simply don't grow well here. And I quickly determined that the blueberry bush was an excellent choice. Hardy, deer-resistant, and prodigious. And so I went about planting almost 50 bushes. It's my most successful crop by far. And indeed, the McKinney family has blueberries coming out of our ears each July. But as you can well imagine, there is a tremendous amount of work that must go into this result. Blueberries require acidic soil, so I have to apply the right fertilizer. And in periods of drought, I need to make sure that they're adequately watered. And if I'm not careful, then the squirrels and the birds will get more than their fair share. But the biggest commitment and the greatest source of frustration, I'm sure you can probably guess this, are the weeds. I will spend hours pulling them up by the roots, and 2 weeks later, they're back again. That aspect of weeding can be soul-crushing because it's a never-ending job that must be confronted. It cannot be ignored. So Patricia and I put on our hat and our gloves and walked to the blueberry patch to begin our work. And weeding can be enjoyable for the first hour, relaxing, even peaceful, but then it starts to take its toll. The sun beats down, the bugs eat me alive. My muscles ache, my back is sore. Some weeds have thorns, and I have drawn blood, even through the gloves. And there are times when I question if the blueberries of July are even worth it. But I know that they are. So we keep at it, despite the challenges, despite the never-ending nature of the commitment. And come July, we are always glad that we did, because blueberries really do grow in Maryland. They're sweet and juicy and plentiful, and they go on so many different recipes and foods. It's very, very versatile. Which takes us back to that one word that Jesus mentioned so beautifully in the gospel. And I'm sure you've already realized what it is. It's the last word he says. It's perseverance. Persistence in doing something despite difficulty and delay in achieving success. So when a seed falls on rocky ground or a path where it can be trampled underfoot, perseverance allows us to sweep it into the blueberry patch where a luscious harvest awaits. And for the seeds that already fall on the good acidic soil, perseverance allows us to care for the patch until the berries are ready to be picked. Now, there will be times, trust me, that we just don't want to be out there. It's too hot, it's too cold, it's too painful, it's too dirty, too discouraging. Trust me, those feelings may never go away. But if we don't, then the crop yield will not reach its potential. So let's brave those challenges. Put on our hat and our glove, get our gardening tools, and let's get out there. For the blueberry patch is vast, and the laborers are few.